let's make a good impression on the people. Smiles, everyone. Let's get it together. Is that the best you can do, Melman?
Oh, I'm not smiling, it's gas.
Okay, well, great. Let's make gas look good.
Although Madagascar is one of the most beloved kids' movies of all time, it is also the name of an extraordinary country. One of the biggest threats to Madagascar's biodiversity is the need for more farmland because of the booming population. This created an opportunity for me to create something that will make farmland last longer by reducing soil erosion, the main source of nutrient loss. My bucket is life on land, and I am focusing on young farmers in Madagascar. The size of this opportunity gap is pretty large because of the lack of knowledge about sustainable farming and the limited access to farming tools. The first step in creating this product was brainstorming. After a few in-class activities, we were charged with creating 50 ideas. From there, I narrowed it down to 5 to send to my panel for feedback. My first concept is the ray catcher, and the idea of this concept is that it would reduce the use of wood for cooking by utilizing the sun's energy. I created something similar to it at a summer camp that I attended back when I was younger. My second concept is the rotating chipper. It is a simpler version of a wood chipper. If the Madagascar people were already taking down trees, this would be a way for them to return nutrients in the soil because wood chips are very high in carbon, which is needed to grow plants. My idea was the wood chips chopped up by the rotating chipper could be placed in between rows to help keep the soil in place and return nutrients to the soil. This third concept was inspired by one of my panel members. The benefit of this concept is that the birds that were coming to this hard habitat would drop seeds in their feces and therefore would replant the area surrounding the birdhouse. This would allow for active roots to take place in the ground, but without the farmer having to do anything. My second to last concept is one that was not taken in very well by my panel, but I just put out there to see if they thought it would work. The warming stand would be a piece of metal that would be set outside during the day and brought inside during the night so that heat could be used from the sun inside during the night, but with not a lot of technology. The benefit of that would be less use of wood at night inside of Malagasy homes, therefore reducing deforestation. My last concept is the one that I am going to choose for my final project. This is the root recovery tool, which can be placed in the ground by the farmer to serve as artificial roots. While not being as helpful as actual live roots, it would help stop the worst erosion on the island. How it would work is you would stick it into the ground and then the pieces underground would expand, holding the soil together. Moving to my survey results, my survey started with 2 general questions just so I could get an idea of the knowledge of my panel members. Here is the results for my first product, which was the solar oven, and a lot of people were worried about the feasibility and if it would actually be able to cook anything. Here are the results for the wood chipper. While it wasn't horribly disliked, it wasn't very liked just because it's big and it would take a lot of materials to make. The birdhouse idea was taken pretty well. The only concern that they had about it was the number of birdhouses needed to have an effect. The warming stand results were in sort of a bell-shaped curve, but the viability of this product is not really very high, and I just don't think it would really work out. And here are the results for root recovery. They are 2-sided, but I feel like with better development, the product could bring more people to the approval side. My target market and customer segment is the same. It is young male farmers growing for their families on the northeastern side of Madagascar, which has changed from my original plan, and their access to the product would be in small stores. Here is my final sketch in action. My next steps are designing 4 different versions of the root recovery product, getting some more panel feedback, creating a business plan, and forming different prototypes to make my design into a reality.